welcome back to my kitchen. Today I want to share some of my favorite treats for when the sweet tooth strikes. And if you're anything like me, that sweet tooth strikes a little bit too frequently. Stabilizing the blood sugar helps with that, but every now and then you just want something sweet. And it's far too easy to stop at the gas station or grocery store and pick up a candy bar or have something that may not be so good for the overall health and well-being of the body, and therefore not so good for the overall health and well-being of the skin. And one of the things that I have seen in many women who've come to see me for help with their skin over the years is this increasing trend in accelerated aging. And what I mean by that is I will meet with a woman for the first time. I won't know anything about her. She'll have given me her intake form with all sorts of history and things about her life that help me help her achieve the skin of her dreams. And as we get to chatting, just making small talk, getting to know one another, I assess, because I'm, there to help her. I don't typically walk around this world thinking, this person's this age and that person must be that age. But I do have to do that in my line of work as an esthetician. So as we start the chatting process, I may think in my brain, this one's probably 40-ish, 45. And I'm seeing on their form, they're not even 30 yet. Not even 30 yet. These women are looking 10, 15, almost 20 years older. They're looking like this. And my mind is boggled. Not that there's anything wrong with looking 35, 40, 45. That's totally fine. When you're in your 20s and you look like you're in your mid-40s, that's a huge difference. And I'm seeing this trend. And one of the things, there's many things, a lot of times it's sun exposure, but one of the things that I noticed that is a common thread are these ladies have a massive sweet tooth. Massive sweet tooth. So we know as estheticians and anyone in the industry of skin, we know that sugar, while it sure is tasty, and it can do all sorts of interesting things in the body. It can be food and fuel for overgrowth of fungus in the system, which can then lead to all sorts of things like rashes and acne and just generally not feeling so good. But it can also do something called protein glycation. And while that is a topic for another day because it is a little more complicated than what I want to get to in my kitchen, protein glycation basically hardens the collagen and elastin fibers, accelerates the wrinkling, the deep wrinkling, the deep lines in the skin, and really puts on warp speed how fast you look older. And no one wants that. I mean, I don't think you want that. I don't want that. So looking for ways to satisfy a sweet tooth without accelerating the aging process and without harming our internal well-being, I want to share some of my favorite sweets with you. First and foremost, I have Nature's Candy Medjool dates. Medjool dates, M-E-D-J-O-O-L, very interesting name they have. They are delicious, and if you've tried them, you know what I'm talking about. But you probably haven't tried them. They don't look like much other than kind of a crusty, dusty little piece of poo. Actually, they don't look very tasty at all, but they're amazing. They're very sweet, and often I just need one, sometimes two. They do have a pit inside, and so you want to be careful of that. There's always a little pit like that you want to spit out. But they are some of the sweetest fruit I've ever had, and they're very satisfying. Very, very satisfying. Like I said, you typically only need one or two. I love them. I love to get them fresher, and I know they're more fresh when they're more moist looking. If they're dry and they have that dusty, crusty look to them, it means they're just older. They're still really good, but the more moist they are, the sweeter I feel that they are, the more appetizing they are. This is what I feel. Nature's Candy, love it. I try to always have them, and I'll put them in a little zip baggie and keep them in my purse if I know that I may be in a situation where my sweet tooth is kicking in, but I don't want to grab something, just any old thing, anywhere. So give those a try. Look for them in your local health food store or health market. Trader Joe's sometimes has them. Sprouts Market almost always has them. Whole Foods does too. They're a little pricey. Don't let that scare you. Sometimes I think I see them at $5.99 to $7.99 a pound. But this, I mean, this, if I ate this, I would feel like way too much, this whole jar. So this would last me a week if I had one every single day, and rarely do I need to have that many. But don't let the price scare you. Give them a try. You'll love them. Then as far as sweet drinks, some people love tea, some people hate tea. People that hate tea love this tea. It is by far my favorite. There's no sweetener in it, but it is so sweet. You don't need to add anything to it at all. And it is Good Earth brand. Absolutely my favorite tea on the planet. Sweet and spicy. It comes in caffeine free. I sometimes also get the caffeine one, but I'm recovering from burnout and muscle adrenal fatigue. I'm trying to not have caffeine and not abuse those adrenals any more than I already have in the past. So most of the time I just go with caffeine free. But the little baggies are just like normal tea bags, and they have the sweet little message that just always makes you feel so good. Like, oh, I needed to hear that little message. But the ingredients are fantastic. It tastes like it has so much sugar in it, but there's none. It's rooibos tea, chicory root, rosehip, cinnamon, lemongrass, peppermint, chamomile, ginger root, anise seed, orange oil, and orange peel. It doesn't really taste like any one of those things individually. It just tastes really good. So sometimes I'll have it hot, sometimes I'll have it cold, but if I'm having a sweet tooth, this is my go-to drink. It's really helpful for curbing that craving. Another thing that's not really a food, it's kind of like an additive, is liquid stevia. This comes in all sorts of flavors. This is the Sprouts brand. I also love Sweet Leaf brand. This I use if I feel like I need to sweeten anything. I like the liquid much better than I like the powder. I never feel that that tastes quite right. And I also feel like it doesn't dissolve as well as I want it to. But the liquid, most of the bottles say 2 to 7 drops. I'm kind of like, let me show you what I do with it. I use a wine glass and we'll be fancy. And I will use a flavor. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm going to use coconut. Coconut is one of my favorites. I think I also have, I have cola. Cola is really good. Let's do that instead. If you've seen my video on how to drink water for people who hate drinking water, you'll see I made the coconut one. Sometimes if they get, if the lids get the moisture on them, they get a little hard to open if they've been sitting a while. So most of the bottles say just a couple drops, but I do droppers too. I know it's a lot, but I like it sweet. Usually I don't have cans of sparkling water. This is unusual. It must have been from the leftover get together. But I don't like aluminum. I usually do bottles. But I put the liquid stevia in with bubbly water, not mineral water, not flavored water, but just plain old bubbly water. I used the cola stevia, and it tastes like soda. So if you have a sweet tooth and you're craving a soda, give this a try, because that may keep you from going and getting something that is loaded with sugar and lots and lots of chemicals that aren't so good for your insides, that'll break down the minerals in your body, that'll dampen your digestive juices, that all in all just aren't so good for you. Stevia is great because it doesn't spike the blood sugar. It's actually a sweetener extracted from an herb. And so you can have a little, you can have a lot. You don't really need a lot. My 2 pumps is excessive. I don't know anyone who has that much, but you don't need a lot. However, once you have that, you have that sweet satisfaction of that craving, but you don't spike your blood sugar or create any imbalances inside your body. So these are my favorite sweet treats. I almost forgot. I love bananas. Organic bananas. If I don't get organic bananas, I actually get rash inside my mouth. It's not so fun. So pesticides, I'm really sensitive to. I don't have to get everything organic, but most batches of bananas I do. I let them get kind of brown. Some people feel like that's just gross or too old, but once they start showing brown spots, a lot of the starches have turned to sugar, and so this is when I will eat them. Personally, I like them best when they're like this. And then I'll also take them, peel them, freeze them, and I'll use them in my smoothies. So if I let them go a few more days, they're gonna spoil. But at this stage, they're perfect. So I'll freeze them, pop a half a banana in my smoothie in the morning, or just eat one as a snack, and sweet tooth, satisfied without causing any harm to my body. So there you have my sweet treats. Hopefully you enjoyed these tips. If you have, please share them with your friends. If you would like any more tips on how to have healthy skin from within, or any additional advice on healthy skin and beauty, head on over to my website and sign up for email updates where I'll share when I have new videos, new articles, and new educational tools that'll help you have the healthiest, most beautiful skin you have ever dreamed of, and some healthy living tips that'll help you feel your absolute best, because that is what matters most. We'll see you soon.